Perhaps the most famous of all the luxury Canadian railway hotels is the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel, located in the town of Banff, Alberta. Initially marketed towards European sportsmen and tourists seeking a luxury wilderness experience, the aptly dubbed Castle of the Rockies was built at the behest of CPR President William Van Horn in 1888. Since its grand opening to the public, countless guests from all over the world, among them Marilyn Monroe, Queen Elizabeth II, and Helen Keller, have checked into the hotel. According to a number of legends ostensibly born from the first-hand accounts of hotel patrons and staff, some of these guests never checked out. The Banff Springs Hotel is home to a number of ghost stories, all of which the hotel officially denies. At least one of the Banff Springs' supposed ghostly guests is said to haunt the missing room 873 on the 8th floor. According to hotel lore, a man, while staying with his wife and young daughter in room 873, murdered his family before committing suicide. As the story goes, the spirit of the young girl, and in some versions the spirit of her mother, never left the room. Guests who stayed in the room after the subsequent investigation and cleanup reported being awoken in the night by violent shrieks, and chambermaids who routinely cleaned the room would report finding bloody fingerprints on the bathroom mirror that could not be washed off. In response to the disturbing reports, hotel management sealed off the room. In spite of this, some say the ghost or ghosts of room 873 still haunts the vicinity of the room to this day. Another of the permanent residents purported to walk the halls of the Banff Springs is the ghost of Sam Macaulay, a beloved Scottish bellman who, before his death in the mid-late 1970s, swore to posthumously return to haunt his workplace. Incidents involving mysterious phantom lights, elevator doors opening and closing at random, and hotel guests being helped by an elderly Scottish bellman in an antiquated uniform have been attributed to Sam's ghost. Some other alleged hotel specters include a ghostly bartender who encourages inebriated patrons to go to bed, and a headless man who, despite his obvious handicap, somehow manages to play the bagpipes. Of all the ghost stories associated with the Banff Springs Hotel, perhaps the most iconic and well-known is the tale of the Phantom Bride. According to the legend, a young couple was married in Banff sometime in the early 1930s. It was arranged for their wedding banquet to be held in the Banff Springs Hotel, where the couple was renting the bridal suite. Before the beginning of the banquet, the newlywed bride ascended a marble staircase up to the Cascade Ballroom to join her husband, who was waiting at the top. As she did so, her wedding gown brushed against one of the candles that lined the curved staircase and caught fire. In the panic that ensued, the bride tripped over her wedding dress, fell down the flight of marble stairs, broke her neck, and died. It is said that her ghost has haunted the hotel ever since. Over the years, various hotel patrons and staff have reported seeing a phantasmal bride dancing alone in the Cascade Ballroom, or ascending the marble staircase on which the tragic incident is rumored to have taken place. Others have heard strange noises emanating from the bridal suite when the room was not in use. True or not, the tale of the ghostly bride of the Banff Springs Hotel is surrounded in an aura of mystery and romance and has become entrenched in the folklore of Canada's Rocky Mountains. Following my online publication of this article, several former guests of the Banff Springs Hotel left comments on my website in which they described their own spooky experiences in the so-called Castle of the Rockies. One of the commenters was a former hotel employee named Patrick, who described another haunted staircase in the Banff Springs Hotel, the upper exit of which had been bricked off for years. During his employment, which lasted from 1981 to 1983, guests, quote, reported hearing laughing, crying, and screaming from this area. As employees, we were told not to tell guests anything about this ghost situation. Another commenter, who addressed him or herself as LB, claimed to have seen the spectral apparition of a woman and a girl in one of the hotel's hallways, and to have heard male laughter in the same hall in the middle of the night when no one was around. Another commenter, who called herself Julie of Cardiff, claimed that she knew nothing of the hotel's alleged ghosts when she stayed there in 2006. One afternoon, while snoozing in her hotel bed, the room's temperature suddenly dropped. Immediately afterwards, Julie felt someone, or something grabbed her foot. Never experienced anything like that before or since, she concluded. Commenter Del Marie Lamb claimed that she and her family once stayed at a room in the Banff Springs Hotel, which was furnished with a fireplace. During a second visit to the Banff Springs, she requested a room with a fireplace and was told by the concierge that no such rooms existed in the hotel. "I have our pictures, which were taken in front of the fireplace," she wrote, but was told there were no rooms with fireplaces. A ghost room. Another commenter, who addressed herself as Bella, wrote, "I was just at Fairmont a couple days ago. We went for supper at Castello Italiana, a restaurant in the hotel. After, my family and I were taking pictures in the hall outside of the restaurant. During this, I had felt something tugging on my dress, but no one was behind me, and it was not possible for it to have snagged on anything. I don't know if it could have been a ghost, but I thought it was pretty cool." Have you ever stayed at the Banff Springs Hotel? And if so, have you experienced anything unusual? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to help support this channel, please check out my book, Mysteries of Canada Volume 2, which you can find by clicking the link in the description.